Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you with another dose of that hopium for that cryptogenic heart of yours. Today is January 31st, Monday, January 31st. At about 7:38 p.m. here in Northern California, we continue to take a look at this Bitcoin chart. I got a couple things to update you on. First of all, just by way of reminder, these lines, what are they? The white line is the 50-week simple moving average. The blue line is the 100-week simple moving average. The yellow line is the 200-week, and the red line is the 300-week. Now, when I say simple moving average, I mean just that. For instance, this 50-week moving average, it means that if you take 50 of these weekly candles and you take the close of the candle and then you average them out over the last 50 weeks, that's where this white line is. So if you average the price of Bitcoin over the last 50 weeks, the price of Bitcoin is right here at this white line at about $47,865. The blue line is the same, just 100 weeks out. The simple average of the close of every candle for the last 100 weeks or the last 100 candles that have closed, the price is right here. I'm going to move this line up just a little bit as promised at about $32,000. That is the 100-week moving average. Same thing with the 200-week, average it out over 200 weeks, and the 300-week, average it out over the last 300 weeks. Why is this important? Well, these moving averages, basically, they kind of give us a glimpse in terms of where the Bitcoin price is going. For instance, if you look at the history of Bitcoin and these moving averages, Bitcoin always comes back. The price always comes back to check in with these averages. So sometimes it moves too fast, too far, too high. It's got to come down and check in with the 50. And sometimes it breaks beneath that, checks in with the 100. And a lot of times it breaks beneath the 100 and checks in with the 200. So what I'll say is Bitcoin always eventually returns to check in with the 200-week moving average. And a lot of times when it's in a bull market, it tests the 50-week moving average. So here, once we got support above the 50-week moving average, boom, we had a major move, but then we had to come back and check in with the 50-week moving average. And this was the pullback that started in May of last year. We came back to check in with the 50-week moving average again at the end of July, and then we bounced off the 50-week moving average, came back and made another all-time high. But this time, this pullback is different because we have actually closed below and come down to test the 100-week moving average. However, I'm happy to report that we have not broken beneath the 100-week moving average, and in actuality, there is some evidence that we will not break beneath the 100-week moving average. So last week, my first video, when I looked at these moving averages, I suggested that we're almost definitely going to come back down and test the 200. But then by the end of the week, I did another video on Friday, and in that video, I said, well, if we think about the fact that MicroStrategies and Tesla, between the two of them, I believe they hold about a little less than 1% of all Bitcoin between these two companies. And MicroStrategies' cost basis is here at about $28,000, and Tesla's cost basis is here at about $32,000. So between the two of those companies, they've got a strong vested interest in seeing to it that the price of Bitcoin does not break beneath their cost basis. And so with that being said, Michael Saylor actually said very clearly that he's not dumping any of his Bitcoin, MicroStrategies, and he's going to continue to buy. They're going to continue to buy it because they believe in Bitcoin for the long term. So the market right now is different than any other year. It's different than any prior bull run. It's different, and it's different because now we've got this wall of institutional money that's coming in, and it's coming in slowly right now because companies are still waiting for regulatory clarity. And there's, of course, a lot of negative narrative. Last week, at the end of last week, there was this rumor that Biden was going to make an executive order that would be very negative for crypto. And there's always negative news at the bottom, and there's always positive news at the top. I mean, when we were up here at around $64,000, every media outlet, every news outlet was saying Bitcoin is gold, and everybody needs to have it in their investment portfolio. They were saying that retirement plans needed to hold it, and so on and so forth. And all of the news was good about Bitcoin. The clear message was Bitcoin is safe to buy now that it's made 1,100% in the last year or so. But then when it gets down down here in these lower areas, the narrative gets bad again. Gets up here, the narrative gets good again. And now we're down here again. And of course, the narrative is bad. And if you look at the fear greed index, we're still way low in the fear. We're down at about 20 in the fear. So with that being said, you expect the narrative to be bad when something good is getting ready to happen in the crypto market. A lot of times I tell my friends who ask me about crypto, I tell them, well, the thing to keep in mind is that when all the news is bad, that's probably a good time to buy. And when all the news is good, that's probably a good time to take some profits. And so keep that in mind as we go. But as we're looking at this price chart here, the 100-week EMA seems to be holding. And in actuality, we're in an uptrend. We've got clear higher lows here. And this low here, this trend line here, matches perfectly with these two wicks down here. So we've got, we've touched this line 3 times now exactly, precisely. And so that's a clear trend to me. And this is a clear uptrend to me. And in actuality, I mean, Bitcoin could just break out and do something like this again. I mean, maybe not to this degree, but basically, we've come down, we've touched the line. And what if Bitcoin just broke out and went on another run again? That would take us up to a little over $200,000. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but I have not given up on the prospect of seeing a $150,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin between now and maybe August of this year. I have not given up on that. This is just, to me, another pullback. And until we start making lower lows on the weekly chart, that's going to be my story. And I'm going to stick to it. Now, what does that mean? Well, what that means, looking at these charts here, is that we're simply revving up. And we talked about the Bitcoin dominance chart. I'm not even going to pull it up today. I'm just going to look at a couple of other charts. But if Bitcoin has hit bottom, I believe the altcoin market has also hit bottom. And if the altcoin market has hit bottom and we're getting ready to see a pump in the alts that's going to exceed the pump that we're going to see in Bitcoin, in other words, if the alts are going to move faster than Bitcoin, which the Bitcoin dominance chart actually does give us evidence to see, looking at this hidden bullish divergence that we see, we're making higher lows here and lower lows here in the RSI. That's hidden bullish divergence in the RSI. That means that XRP is getting ready to pump, folks. It's been winding up for quite some time. And I know people say, you've been saying that for the last year. Yes, and I'm going to continue to say it as long as I continue to see it, because if I continue to see it, I still believe that it's going to happen. And if we see XRP pump 220% from where it is right now, it looks like we're going to see about a $3.50 XRP. If we get some good news in the Ripple case, it's going to pump even stronger than that. But I see this as a midterm target, and I think that we've actually hit a bottom for BCH, and BCH is going to turn around and become bullish again. And if we have hit bottom, this would be an incredible buying opportunity here. The way I think about it with the alts is I'm not afraid to buy right now. And actually, I've bought a few things, and I'm not afraid to buy right now. And the reason I'm not afraid to buy is that even if we come down here and test these lower levels, it doesn't matter to me. Any way you look at it, in the long run, $288 is a steal for Bitcoin Cash. By the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm not telling you not to buy. I'm not telling you to hold. I'm not telling you not to hold. I'm simply telling you what I see in the charts. What you do with that is your business and your choice. Amen. Looking at the Veracity chart, once again, I believe we've hit bottom here. We see a nice bounce in the RSI. We could actually move the trend line in the RSI here and see, once again, we've got strong, hidden, bullish divergence. If we look at this, from this low to this low is a higher low. But from this low to this low is a lower low. What is that called? That's called hidden bullish divergence. It simply means that these charts are still winding up, that they're going to wind up until they take off. Same thing with the THETA token chart. I drew this line here at around, what's the line? $2.58. It came down a little lower. It came down to $2.28. Still a tremendous buy. Any way you look at it, a $2.92 THETA token is still a tremendous buy. Once again, I think we've hit bottom, and I think that the market is winding up, and it's winding up to take off. So that's all I got for you tonight. I just want you to know as we're going into February that I think lightning is going to strike. It might not happen in the next few days. It might not happen this week or next week, but I believe that we're going to have a strong close to Q1. Going into Q2, I believe we're going to see some major lightning hit the market. All right, folks. That's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking the video, subscribing to this channel if you haven't done so already. It really helps with the algorithm so that more people get exposed to this video. Leave me a comment letting me know what you think. And above all, make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every day, and walk in love every day. Sorry, I'm going to say that again. Make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, and walk in love every day. This is Cryptogenic signing out.